Okay, Wednesday morning in the kingdom, and it's not the beer truck day. Yes, oh, that wind. Just look at the flags go. I'll turn slightly here. Yes, look at the talent. Yes, I got my fur hat on because a toque doesn't keep the wind out. And yet we grew up wearing knitted toques from Grandma. Can we say brain freeze? Just like the ice cream last night. Oh, I picked out on it. Yes, it was so tasty. All right, so we woke up to -4. But feels like -11. Lies. It's chilly out here. Unfrickin' real. But on the yo-yo scale, +23. But feels like +20, +12. Oh, these lips. See, I'm trying to do this sober and it's not working out. All right, let's do a quick scroll because it's too freaking cold that way. All right, the me phone will probably censor me. There's the sun trying to come up. And we have Jack flying around. He's going to photobomb us here. Yes, photobomb. All right, scroll a bit more. Okay, there we are. All right, so last night, I stocked up the wood stove right there in the hoe shack. And the thermostats are set at 15 degrees Celsius. I'll have to go a little bit more. All right, 15 degrees Celsius. And I went in there this morning and I watched the wood stove's chimneys on the camera. And I went in there this morning, it was +20 degrees Celsius in there. So it held the heat all night. Yes. And we're going to have to cut a hole in the thing and the wall again for circulation. Yes, we need air circulation. But that's the joys of these YouTube videos. We're the learning channel. Everybody's suggesting on how to improve a product, which is good because I'm learning. Other people are learning too. Because how many other people are going to go out and cut a hole in the wall of their building, right? Not many, because the Karens in the neighborhood will frown upon that. But up here at the end of the world, as we freeze to death holding a stick, unreal. Yeah. Okay, so we got that. So we can cut another hole in there to get air circulation and movement. All right, we'll scroll a bit more. Yes, it's chilly out here. I'm totally unprepared. All right, so we're probably going to put the shelves away before the snow gets too deep. I don't think we'll get them in Trader 9 this year. I think we'll put them behind Trader 9 so they're ready to go in the spring. Yes, in the spring. All right, that's enough for me. The me phone's probably censored me already. It freezes quickly. I don't know why. All right, I better go. Here comes the boss.
Wednesday morning in Whoville. It's just after 10 a.m. and as you can see it's kind of cloudy out here right now, but the sun is trying to peek through the clouds. There's a bit of a wind which is making it chilly. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's -5 degrees Celsius, which is 23 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out and make breakfast. 10:30 and I'm just finishing up breakfast. Dogs weren't out very long. It is kind of chilly right now. My dad said it'll be a shop day, so let's head inside and get a fire going. Then at 2 p.m. I'll go up and do mail and head over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. 11 a.m. and I'm down in the basement. I just got a fire going. Look at that. I don't have big fires because I want to be able to keep an eye on it, and if it gets out of control, at least I can put it out. I do have a fire extinguisher down here as well, plus a pail of sand in case anything goes wrong. 12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch. The dogs have actually been out a while. It's kind of nice right now. There is some clouds rolling in, so maybe we'll get snow later on in the day. Now let's head inside and make lunch and do the weather. 1 p.m. and I just finished up lunch, had leftover spaghetti from last night. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's -3 degrees Celsius, which is 26 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. As you can see from my weather board, the wind is picking up, but the sun is shining and it's actually pretty warm. Now let's head inside, let the dogs back in, and get ready to head to the kingdom at 2 p.m. Almost 2 p.m. and I just got the quad out. That bag there has my dad's supper and dog cups. That way they can get reused for more dog treats. Now let's head up and do mail and then go over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Just after 2 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. There's nothing in the mail today, but I don't think it was finished, so I'll check it again in the morning and see if there was anything there. Now let's head inside and grab my dog treats and go back to Whoville and do the weather at 5 p.m. My dad's just working in the shop.
Okay, after lunch in the kingdom, and the struggle was unreal this morning. We're hiding in the shop because it's windy outside, and now the sun's come out. So now we feel guilty because we're in the shop. So this morning, it was a simple thing. How would you say? Take the bottom off the steering box on the 46 Chevy because it's missing a bearing, a roller in the bearing. All right, so one of the bad problems with these steering boxes, is it's down there and the steering wheel's up here. So after the kids smash the windows out and everything like that, rain gets down the column here. Yes, we don't have the proper steering wheel, so we kind of made this fit off the Buick. Yes. So that's what we did. So rain gets down in there and it goes all the way to the bottom of the steering box. All right. So at the bottom of the steering box is a threaded thingy-me-bob for taking out your slack and everything. So here's the bearing over here. There was missing pieces and well rusted and abused because it gets loose. So the more they play with it, the looser it gets. So the little rollers don't stay in. It's kind of not round anymore. It's oblob and how would you say junk. So I was going to get the measurements off of it and order online through the Chevy truck dealers or the Chevy parts guys. But then I got thinking everything I've ordered for the steering boxes on all the trucks have been wrong. So let's take it apart and see if we can, oops, I got the burps. I had some peanuts. All right. So I figured I'd get it apart. So I took, if you don't know if we can see that last Nessman, but there's a slight groove right here. There's a slight groove. So I figured that's the bearing race. So I took Mr. Bunsen burner heater here, put it on, and I could get oil to come out there. So I heated it up and I tried to pull the race out and I farted around and what would you say? We had to get the Lincoln Handler one. No, the Hobart Handler 100. Oh, I'll get my mouth washed out with soap, just like mother for saying Lincoln, calling it a Lincoln. Oh wait, those Lincoln MIG welders we crushed with the D6 cat. So I figured I'd just weld some little boogers on the side, pry it up. Nope. Heated it, pried it. Nope. So welded a nut in, prying. And I checked at lunch. There is a parts book is showing race in here. Okay. So there is a race. So you got all that. But for some reason, this is not a race. This little crack in here, that's just a groove. Yeah, it's not a race. So the last and final ditch effort, I took the die grinder to see if I can find the edge. There is no edge. So this threaded nut here, okay, up here, is the bearing race or whatever. So now I'm going to have to send this out to have it machined for a race to fit in here and make sure we get the right bearing to go on the end of the steering column shaft. Oh my, I create my own problems like when I said I do. But on the good point, on the positive note of this little experience of 2 hours or 3 hours of my life well wasted, like when I said I do, the Hobart Handler 100 with gasless wire cranked up for 2 for vengeance because I was getting mad at it. And I think it was about 20 or 15. I got some pretty damn good welds in here because I thought this was a bearing race, so I couldn't go to the edge. I was doing, how would you say, delicate welds, and it wouldn't break. Yeah. So here I am using the impact gun, rat-a-tat-tatting away, and the welds weren't breaking. So that's pretty good. So I just welded to prove that the Hobart Handler 100 can really weld, has a gasless wire, and plus the fact that there is no bearing race in there. So I guess we'll have to get a machine shop to make a bearing race. Oh well. Okay, I dressed up my mess, but it's actually worked out good because I was going to use my pay-as-you-go credit card and order the bearing in the race, and then most likely it would have came the wrong size and everything like that. So this actually worked out good. That I proved that the Hobart Handler 100 works professionally. Yes, for being gasless, it sure can stick. All right, so this is what we need. We need this thingy here, and it's the rollers. It's not balls, it's actually rollers. And I think, seeing how this is at the bottom of the steering box, I imagine somebody remakes these because that's the adjustment. And that's what I was concerned about because this thing was all loose in here. Plus this was all pitted. The race itself was pitted and how'd you say, very sharp edges from being, how'd you say, loose. So how you to get the proper backlash on your steering box so it would pass a safety, a road safety. Yes, you need those, you know. So that way my vehicles get the top dollar value at my estate sale by Barrett Jackson. So that's why I wanted to go for a new bearing. So I'm glad I kind of figured out today that that's not a bearing race and I can weld. All right, so we need something. I imagine it's just under 2 inches or something like that. Let's see what we got here. Les Nessman. There we go. Yeah, just under 2 inches or somewhere in there. Close enough for the girls I go with. And then underneath, when I was doing the measurement on the shaft itself, because I've had this all apart, knowing that that bearing was, how would you say, not that great, and I figured a money tree would blossom, I just order a bearing in the race and be good. Now I learned, okay? So it's a good thing I didn't make mistakes a couple of years ago. So on the bottom it says it's a Saganon. I do have pictures of this steering box when we took it apart probably 2 years ago or 4 years ago. But it is a Saganon gearbox, and it is held up with the U-clamps. There's other ones that are bolted on the side here. That's where I learned the difference, because we have over 6 of these trucks, and I'm ordering steering box kits. So you get the bushings, you get this and that and everything. When it arrives, it doesn't fit. So then we find out that, okay, that kit doesn't fit this truck, it'll fit the next truck, okay? So that's when we figured it out. But the 45 Chevy, being military issue in 1945, it has the military steering box on it. So it's the same as the deuce and a half or whatever back in the military days. That took a while to figure out, but we know we're smarter than we were back then. So that's what I mean. So there's probably a kit you can buy for this thing here with this threaded thing with the thing. Or if not, we can figure out the bearing, figure it out, this taper bearing, and I can die grind or get somebody to machine that out for a race to fit in. Because we have talent. Yes, we have talent. Oh, hand and eye coordination. Yeah, we don't have any talent when it comes to working with the camera. All right, let's go have a victory drink, because we got it apart and we didn't screw up too bad. Okay, coffee time in the kingdom, and I came in the house and I was boo-hooing because I butchered up this thingy-me-bob. But my spider senses were tingling. Yes, the Spider-Man, yes. Because this has to be a problem, because water and moisture gets down here, it has to eat this out. Like, I'm not the only fella that has a boogered up adjustment thingy. All right. So I also too, between watching the Playboy channel and stuff like that and movies with boobies, I'm always on the internet checking things out, learning. So I knew Jim Carter was talking about or mentioning that they'd be getting this, and sure enough, under the new details or new items this month or whatever, there it is. There it is there. And the bearing. So what I did was I checked, and it states it's for the big trucks, okay, over here. So there it is, the Chevys, the lower race, adjusting, big truck. I typed in my specs for the 46 Chevy truck, and it liked it. All right, so I went ahead and used my pay-as-you-go credit card. So it's $78.75 US. And then we chose shipping and handling of United States Postal Service at $83.94. Yes. That's what's coming, this little thing here. Yes. So they came out to $162.69. I put it on my, that's US money. I put it on the pay-as-you-go credit card. And then if you do a quick Google exchange, because the credit card will tell me later after the fully whackingness or whacked or whatever, what it actually charges. So Google says the exchange rate will be $225.96 Canadian, but it'll actually be more because I used the credit card. So this is still cheaper than getting a machine shop to fix this. Okay, I didn't really booger it up. It would have to have a machine shop fix it. So I learned that it's not, okay? So that's good, we can still get it. So at $225, it'll probably close to be $250 by the time it's landed here, because they'll probably nail me duty at the post office, because the Canadian government wants more and more money anytime we order stuff. So the main thing is the truck is fixed properly. So I won't be drinking beer for at least a couple of weeks with these prices here. But the main thing is, these old Chevy trucks, you can actually get the parts as long as you know where to look and take your time and search it out. So I'm quite confident what Jim Carter's showing here is quite the right stuff. That's why I had no problem in ordering. I've been ordering parts from Jim Carter since probably 1993, I think it was, when he had an old photocopy catalog. And that's the way it was. Now we go online, look at everything, and we're very pleased. All right, now I'm going to have to go outside and get my beer cans and beer empties ready to cash in to pay for this pay for these parts. Oh, these lips. Okay, after coffee in the kingdom, we'll finish out today's video with talking about the steering boxes. That's way if anybody with Chevy trucks gets an understanding. Plus, it's my memory. Yes, I can watch my YouTube videos 10 years from now to figure out what I did, because I'll be old and senile. Yeah, right. All right, so let's recap. The 46 Chevy has the bolts on the top here. It's kind of it turns. You can actually turn it sort of thing, okay? So if the steering box column doesn't line up or whatever, but this is the style of it, and according to Jim Carter, I just ordered the correct parts. All right, let's go look at the other Chevys. Okay, the 38 GMC, which is supposed to be the heavy duty truck. Yeah, the big trucks of the Chevy line, but we'll look at the steering box. Okay, the 39 Chevy, which is supposed to be the not so heavy duty truck of the Chevy or GM line or whatever. But here's the 39 Chevy, which was the parts truck that became the snow truck. Yes. All right. So here we show the carburetor leaking. We put that diaper pad material absorbent on there. So if it goes boom, boom and leaks, we don't have a big fire. We'll have a bigger fire because the fuel's all saved into the towel there. All right. This is your basic Chevy steering box. You can order the parts online, and it is a tilt or whatever too. So it's a U-clamp up, so you can change the angle. So if you raise the cab up, you can, how'd you say, turn the column up or down, because we like raising the cabs up. All right, so this is your basic model. They were oil filled. We changed them over to being grease. Jim Carter has the kit for them. You can get the bushings for the shaft on the side here, plus the seal and everything like that, all the gaskets. So that's a common thing. So we have 3 trucks with this steering box on, and we seal everything up. That's your horn button or horn wire goes in there. Seal it up because we don't want water in there, and use the grease and pump it good. But the main thing is there's a small little seal, O-ring seal in here, like a it's a seal, not an O-ring. It's an actual oil seal. It's got the little tin case or whatever. Those are super small. You order extra because trying to install it, you screw it up. But this is the common steering box. We have 3 of them here in the kingdom. Okay, another note. These trucks are hard to steer. Yes, hard to steer. Yes, so when you load them up, you have both hands on the wheel and you're pulling and pulling hard and everything like that. That's because of the steering box. I'll go on to explain here in a bit. Okay, we're back in the shop for a warm-up. That wind is chilly. The sun is bright but chilly, just like the ex-wife. She looks good, but oh, she's so nasty. All right, so here we are with the 38 Maple Leaf, the heavy-duty Chevy of the Canadian Chevys. Look at that steering box. All right, big bolts, big everything, but look at the little pitman arm. Yes, little pitman arm. Yes, so that's a dead giveaway. All right, this truck steers like a dreamboat. Yes, you put your hands on the wheel. You can actually steer the wheel and shift at the same time, whereas the other Chevys or whatever, the 38, 39, 39, you have to have 2 hands on the wheel to make a corner. This steering box is a totally different design. It turns nicely. Once again, we have the grease nipple there. I don't know if we can see it, and it's sealed up so the thing, how would you say, isn't leaking. But we had a hard time rebuilding this one. Every kit we got didn't fit. All right, but then again, we knew it was a Canadian Maple Leaf, which is the Johnny Cash truck. Okay, because they took it one piece at a time, and then we had to figure out what they did. Okay, we're back outside for the wind and the sun. Yes, I got my hand covering my eyes so I can see. This is the 45 Chevy truck that Grandpa was able to purchase through the military. It's a military truck. Yes, military, sold for civilian use. So it had no chrome back in the day, and he got hit by the train, so the cab got removed. Well, the new back of the cab got welded on there. All right, this steering box here was great confusion, like Father's Day here in Whoville. We ordered kits, nothing fit. Yes, look at how much bigger it is. The design, look at that pitman arm shaft. That's manly. All right, manly. Just then we got the 4 bolts. So it took me a while to figure it out. Seems how this is a military issue truck in 45. They use the steering box from the deuce and a half military trucks, like the big 6x6s and stuff like that. So once we figured it out, we were able to order the bushings, seals, everything like that. So it took us a while to figure it out, but that's the joys of the internet and, watching Playboy Channel and movies with boobies. We spend time between the shows or the episodes to look and research. So that's the whole idea. Everything we have to research, learn, we document everything. So when I'm dead and gone, we know what that is. But everything has been done. We've gone through, rebuilt everything. This truck steers like a dream. Yes. All right. So it has the black steering wheel on it. It came with a wooden one because it's war issue. So it has a wooden steering wheel. and my dad refinished it and everything. It's in the house, so once we're done refining it and everything, and then this one here will go to the 46 in the shop, so it's got written on there. But that's what I said, we got it done and done right. So this thing steers like a dream. Even around the yard here, you can have one hand on the choke, one hand on the choke and the shifter at the same time, and steer with one hand. It's a dream to steer, so it'll be a pleasure to travel down the highway. All right, let's see if we can button everything back up, because you never know, it might snow tonight. Hopefully. It's cold out here.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's -2 degrees Celsius, which is 28 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It is still pretty windy out there, which makes it extra cold. So let's head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, 6 o'clock in the kingdom and it's chilling off. Yes, we got the wood stoves going. Yes, and I spent the last of the day weather stripping the big doors. Yes, my fingers healed enough that I could smack them a couple more times with the hammer, but I got a good seal on it now. I'm very pleased. We didn't do it last year because we had to let the building settle. Yes, we did it when the ground was frozen, so it would putting the weather stripping on the proper to make it last forever. The building would just settle and be out. Yes, but I got it straightened out. So today was a good day, even if I looked like an idiot welding on a bearing race that wasn't there. But we proved that the gasless wire is strong. Yes, it is strong. I was very impressed when I went from the gas to the wire gasless, and I couldn't believe if you did a tack weld, it really stuck. So that worked out good. So we got everything done. We got, how would you say, it was a learning day. Plus we ordered the parts. They may be a little expensive, but that's okay. We'll cash in the empty beer cans. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and celebrate the victory today. Yes, and make a video. Talk to you later.